When most people think of spiritual attacks, they imagine the obvious: hostility, rejection, sabotage. But the truth is, one of the most dangerous tactics isn't an outright attack at all. It's the opposite. It's affection, flattery, gifts, a sudden rush of closeness. This is the tactic called love bombing. It doesn't start with red flags. It starts with fireworks. Compliments that feel tailor-made. Conversations that go late into the night. A sense that you've finally been seen in a way no one else has seen you. But beneath the sparkle is a subtle strategy: accelerate connection, override discernment, get you emotionally invested before your spirit has time to speak. And if you're not grounded, it can disarm you faster than any open enemy ever could. Love bombing is when someone overwhelms you with excessive affection, attention, or generosity. Not because they truly love you, but because they're trying to create dependence, trust, and emotional vulnerability. In spiritual warfare, this tactic is often deployed right after you've had a breakthrough, or right before you're about to step into a new level of your calling. It can show up as a sudden soulmate connection that feels too good to be true. A new friend who showers you with praise and validation. A group that instantly makes you feel chosen and one of them. And because love is such a natural human need, this tactic slips past your defenses. Here's the thing: if you're a seer, a light bearer, or simply someone awakening to your higher purpose, you're not just a person in their eyes, you're an asset. A source of energy, information, or influence they want access to. Love bombing is the velvet rope that gets them into your inner circle. The danger isn't just in what they give, it's in what they take. Piece by piece, your boundaries begin to blur. You stop checking in with your intuition, you second-guess the red flags. And in trying to keep the peace, you silence your inner warning bells. What started as closeness becomes control. What felt like support begins to suffocate. And by the time you notice, they're already too close. Love bombing works because it floods your nervous system with oxytocin and dopamine, the same feel-good chemicals released when you bond with someone. In that heightened emotional state, your critical thinking lowers. You start to trust faster. You share more personal details. You let them in closer than you would a stranger. Spiritually, it's the equivalent of lowering your energetic shields without realizing it. Once they've secured your trust, the tone changes. The compliments start turning into subtle criticisms. The attention becomes conditional. The gifts turn into reminders of what you owe them. By this point, you've already bonded, so breaking away feels like a loss, not a protection. That's exactly the point. In spiritual terms, love bombing isn't random, it's timed. It usually comes when you've just escaped a toxic environment, so you're vulnerable to comfort, or when you're stepping into a bigger platform or mission, making you more visible, or after you've gone through a period of isolation, so your heart is open to connection. The aim is to attach to you before you can fully stabilize in your new level. This is the same tactic cults use to recruit members. It's the same tactic narcissistic personalities use to groom partners. And in spiritual warfare, it's the same tactic dark networks use to plant handlers, siphon your energy, or influence your decisions without you realizing you've been influenced. That's why awareness is protection, not fear, not paranoia, just a grounded, clear-eyed way of moving through the world. Ask, does this connection leave me empowered or dependent? Do I feel free or obligated? Are they drawn to my soul or what my soul can do for them? The more honest you are with those answers, the harder it becomes for manipulation to take root. Here's some signs you're being love-bombed. This shouldn't make you paranoid, and not all these examples mean the love you receive is insincere, but move with discernment. 1. The connection feels too fast, too soon. 2. They agree with everything you say. No healthy friction. 3. You receive excessive gifts or favors you didn't ask for. 4. They speak in destiny or fate language early on. We were meant to meet. I've been waiting for someone like you. 5. You feel subtly guilty for pulling away or creating space. To guard against this type of tactic, slow down. Love is patient. If it's real, it can handle time. Keep layers. Not everyone should have instant access to your inner world. Check the fruit. Watch their behavior over weeks or months, not days. Stay in prayer or meditation. Your intuition will pick up on what your emotions might miss. Track the timing. Ask yourself, what's happening in my life right now that makes me valuable or vulnerable? In the battlefield of the spirit, not all attacks feel like attacks. Some arrive wrapped in warmth, with a smile, and an outstretched hand. But just because it feels like love, doesn't mean it's love. Stay rooted. Stay discerning. And remember, real love builds you without binding you. Anything else is a trap. I love you.